All right, our city is counting down to the 2024 College Football Playoff National Championship game happening at NRG Stadium on January 8th.
Yeah, the day before the big game, we're showing off Houston by bringing together the city's top restaurants at the Taste of the Championship fundraising event. Chef and Eat Like a Local host Chris Shepard curated the restaurant lineup for this dining experience. He's joining us now to talk all about the restaurants he chose and why.
Yeah.
You know, it was just getting a group of restaurants together that had diversity and had different styles and different textures and different flavors. And that's what our city's so good at. And that's, if we're going to do this, let's highlight that, right?
Yeah.
And so you've got anything from Burger Bodega to Saigon Pagalac to Frenchies to Truth Barbecue to Brennan's of Houston to, you know, the lineup just keeps going on. And there was one of the things I wanted to do was to bring in just all the different types of food that we have in our city.
So was this geared towards people who have maybe never been to Houston and you're just like, this is what you got to go to see what Houston tastes like?
Yeah, I think so. But it's also like, as Houstonians, that's what we want too.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And so, you know, you've got so many people coming into this city, and especially on who's going to play. You know, that's the thing about a playoff. It's kind of fun. We're not sure who it is. And so, but to be able to show everybody the diversity that our city has through its food eyes is pretty special.
Yeah, that is pretty awesome. You know, I think we've talked about this before. When you work in news, you bounce around and you have the opportunity to live in many different cities and experience what those cities offer, including the culinary scene. And when my family comes to Houston, that's one thing they're always blown away by is the food scene here. And we've been to Minneapolis, Philadelphia, New York, but they say Houston takes it.
Yeah, I mean, if you're talking either high-end restaurants or just mom and pop things, you know, in a strip center in the middle of nowhere, like, you never know what you're going to find. And that's the beauty of this, you know. And so working with a team at Eli Marketing, I've done these events with them over the past few years, and they brought me in to really curate this list, which is awesome because I get to show off, you know, our city to whoever's coming, not just Houstonians, but, you know,
I feel like that's quite an honor for you.
It's
Quite the opportunity.
It's pretty cool.
And so we know that a new episode of Eat Like a Local is airing tomorrow. So what can viewers expect on that
Tomorrow
episode?
we're going to look at regional Mexican cuisine. So we're going to start off at we're going to Hidalguense. So a place that does lamb barbacoa out of the region of Hidalgo, and then we're going to go to Dichos Taqueria and talk about torta ahogada. So it's really kind of
speaking my
cool
language
thing.
right now. That was good. Oh, look at those homemade tortillas.
Look at that. Our producer's in our ear right now, and she wants to know why you picked Truth Barbecue.
You know, they do a great job, right? When you start talking about all the barbecue joints in the city between Gatlin's and Truth and Fegis and Pinkerton's, like the list goes on and on and on, a really great barbecue. Leonard's a good friend of mine, and so, you know, it was like he has the equipment to be able to pick up and go, bring a smoker wherever, and so it's kind of cool, you know? They're just good people. And that's what this is just a collection of really good people in the restaurant business coming together for one night.
Yeah, absolutely. When you're picking these restaurants, what is it that goes... How do you do it? Bring us into that process of what makes you decide on this one versus that one.
Well, I think it'd be easy to say that, especially when people are coming in, what is the perception?
Yeah.
Right? And a lot of people are like, oh, it's Texas barbecue. And so you can't not have that, but you also don't want to have too much of it because that's not what we're about.
Yeah.
It's not the only thing we're about. There's so much more than that. And so when you start talking about it, it's like, yes, we need to have Saigon Pagalac to bring into the Vietnamese population, and we need Chop and Block to come in for the Western African population. Let's show off everything.
Cool.
And so it's not too much of one thing, but a lot of things.
Yeah, and I know, obviously, you know, like Tex-Mex, like your episode this weekend is about, our producer's asking me to ask you about Ninfa's.
Yeah, Ninfa's, the original Ninfa's, they'll actually be there as well at the Taste Championship. And so we'll get down there. You know, the original Ninfa's is the creator of the fajita. And so when you start talking about historical food like that, it's pretty amazing. So
that's what we bring from Houston. Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah, that was the Ninfa's right there on Post Oak, near where I used to live, and so I would frequent that place. They have really good margaritas.
Yeah, look at those fajitas. That's a good taco right there.
All right, Chris Shepard, anything that you want to add before we let you go?
I think, you know, just head on out with us on right before game day and come,
you
know, eat the city.
So fun.
Yeah,
show up for the city, right?
Love
and that's
that.
what it is. It's like being proud of where we're at.
Yeah,
who we are, the diversity we have,
what we
offer.
offer.
Out to that. Yeah.
Yeah, love that. Thank you, sir, for stopping by.
Pleasure.
Oh, boy.